What is going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today is Friday. That means Zer is back in the tower. I gotta say, I am pumped for what he's got this week. So I want to talk a little bit about yesterday's Zer prediction video. I'll do that at the end of this video. But right now, I'm just gonna sneak up on Zer. Make sure he doesn't change his inventory while I'm on my way. Because this week, he's got Red Death. It has been forever since he's sold Red Death. I actually had the 300 version of Red Death. I didn't want to upgrade it because I knew after the Dark Below that eventually I'd get the 331 and have to go through the upgrade process with the 331 version. So I've just been kind of sitting on a 300 version of Red Death. Finally, he's selling Red Death again. He's also got the upgrade, so depending on your finances, what kind of materials you've got, you can go either with a new version or with an upgrade version. I gotta say, this is now one of the top tier weapons in the game. If you're doing PvE, it is invaluable for the hard mode Crota boss fight because it's got the Red Death perk. Each kill heals you and speeds up reloads. That is awesome. That is an amazing perk. It's also got the unflinching perk. It is easier to aim under fire using this weapon. That's a really good PvP perk. This gun, after 1.1.1, has become a PvP monster. It's definitely in the top tier of PvP guns, if not simply the best. The perks on it are awesome. The gun does a ton of damage. It is a monster now. So definitely pick up Red Death, whether you're a PvE player or a PvP player. You're definitely going to be happy you did. Let's see what else he's got. Insurmountable Skull for the Titan class. I actually think this is a really underrated helmet. I think it's really good, and I'd highly recommend it. The reasons for that are infusion. Replenish health each time you pick up an Orb of Light. This is going to be really beneficial, again, for the Crota's End hard mode boss fight, because picking up an orb will now replenish your health. Now, there is some raid helmets out there that have this same perk, but it seems to be really rare. So if you don't have that yet, definitely pick this up. It's a really good perk. Next up, we've got Impact Induction. Causing damage with a melee reduces your grenade cooldown and improve transfusion. Kills with Storm Fists immediately trigger health regeneration. You also respawn with full melee energy. So again, it gets your health back up there. This one's good for PvP. It's good for PvE. A lot of people are down on an Insurmountable Skull Fort. I actually think it's a pretty good helmet, and I would pick it up immediately. Next up, Knucklehead Radar. This is kind of an infamous piece of kit. I really like this one for the hunters as well. It's got Light the Blade, causing damage with a grenade, reduces your melee cooldown. It's got Inverse Shadow, increased super energy gain from killing minions of darkness, and Sensor Pack. Radar remains visible while aiming primary weapons. This is hugely beneficial in PvP. Being able to shoot at one person or aim down sight at one person and realize that by looking at your radar, there's another person coming up from your side or from behind you can really get you out of a lot of messes. So I definitely would pick this up if you like playing PvP. It's okay in PvE. I just think there's better helmets out there for the hunter for PvE. Next up, for the warlocks, we've got the Claws of Omkara, another great piece of PvP gear. This one's got special weapon loader, so it increases the reload speed of all special weapons. It's got snap discharge, increases melee attack speed, which is really good when you combine it with the whispers. Gain an additional charge for scorch and energy drain. So it works with both Voidwalker and Sunbros. And if you're one of those guys who likes to run around with your Warlock with Blink on and a shotgun and following up with melees, this is an awesome set of gauntlets. I highly recommend it. Having double the amount of scorches or energy drains is really, really helpful in PvP. All right, next up, we've got the Exotic Shard and an Exotic Helmet Engram. So if you're looking for an exotic helmet that isn't being sold this week, you can take a chance, try and gamble for it with a Mote of Light or 23. All right, next up for our upgrades, we've got Mask of the Third Man and the Lucky Raspberry. For the hunters, I would definitely prefer the Mask of the Third Man. This is a top tier piece of armor for the hunter class. Next up for Titans, we got Helm of St. 14 and Helm of Inmost Light. depending on how you like to play your Titan, if you like to play with Ward of Dawn on a defender type, this adds a blinding effect to your Ward of Dawn. It's very, very good. Helm of Inmost Light adds 2 different perks to your Fist of Havoc. So it just depends on which type of Titan you prefer to play as. Light Beyond Nemesis and Sunbreakers for the Warlocks. Both of these are pretty good. I don't really love either one of them. I'd probably go Light Beyond Nemesis over Sunbreakers just because it has that replenish health when you pick up an Orb of Light for the Crota's End boss fight. And I think that's really useful right now. Next up for weapons, we've got Hard Light, the best laser marshmallow shooter in the game. Red Death, of course, I already talked a ton about. Universal Remote is a ton of fun now in PvE as well as PvP. I'd probably upgrade this if I could. Plan C. This thing is still damn good. If you are playing a normal mode that has radar, I would highly recommend using the Plan C fusion rifle. This thing has enormous range even after the patch. Patience and Time. The only time I ever find myself using this is when arc damage is the burn on a Nightfall strike. It's a really cool weapon, but it just doesn't have the impact that I really want out of a sniper rifle anymore. And Truth is a really fun rocket launcher to use in PvP. If I were upgrading, my priorities would be Red Death, definitely. Probably Truth after that, Plan C, Patience and Time, Universal Remote, and then finally Hard Light. Hard Light is it's a tough weapon to use because it does so little damage. For curios, we've got Scout Rifle Telemetry, Machine Gun Telemetry, Rocket Launcher Telemetry. So if you're looking to upgrade any of those 3 types of weapons faster, buy one of these and that'll help you do it. Emerald Coil and Void Drive are our vehicle upgrades for the week. These will change your blue rare sparrows to legendary sparrows and also change the color of the contrail behind it. And we've got heavy ammo synthesis, hooray! So I've actually been using a ton of this. I'm going to buy some more of it this week. Who knows the next time that Xur's going to sell it. So that's going to do it, guys. I did want to talk about yesterday's prediction video. So it turns out that we were right. We were wrong about the predictions, way wrong about the predictions, but we were right that Bungie's patch on Tuesday directly impacted being able to predict what Xur has for the week. It actually changed it so there's now like 16 different Xurs in the netcode, so it's very hard to data mine what the Agent of 9 is going to have. And I gotta say, I'm actually pretty happy about that because it adds a bit of mystery to what Xur's inventory is going to be. Waking up on Friday morning or coming home from school or work on Friday afternoon, logging into Destiny, finding out what the Agent of 9 has, to me is a really exciting thing to do, and having that spoiled by, hell, me, a YouTuber, or somebody on Reddit, I don't know, it just takes away some of the mystery of the game. So I'm actually pleased that they changed that, and hopefully we'll get some really cool gear in the weeks to come. So that's going to do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.